Happy Friday, everyone. Whether it's the morning, the afternoon, or evening for you, I want to say hello. My name is Kelly, and I am part of Horizon Crochet, and I'm super excited to be here today. I started a new project yesterday live, and I've gotten a little more familiar with the new yarn, new to me yarn, and I've made a little bit more progress, and I'm going to go ahead and work on that tonight. Get a little bit of crocheting in, hang out with my friends, my peeps, my loopers, all the nicknames in the world. And I'm just excited to be here. And it's the weekend, and I'm fortunate enough to be one of those people that very rarely has to work on a weekend. So I am celebrating. Let's see who all is here. Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Kathleen's here. Jen. Thank you, ladies, for being here. I appreciate you. And you know what? This is such a tiny channel, but we hit 40. 40. Hey, I don't know where these people are come from, but I appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on, give us a thumbs up or a comment. I would really appreciate it. I don't really advertise this channel very much, as even in other YouTube channels, because I just don't want to impose like that. So anybody that stops by and says hello, I appreciate, and thank you so very much. Excuse me. Jen says, Kelly, did you see what Barb did last night? I I'm not sure what you're referring to. So the last thing I saw was John and Anne logging off last night. So what do you mean, Jen? I'm very curious. What did Barb do? And you better be careful. She might be here. She might come out of the woodwork and get you, Jen. So just saying. Just saying. Hey, Kathleen. And so let me show you what I'm working on. I started to work on this yesterday, and I was figuring out the yarn. The prank she pulled on you. I'm going to have to watch it again or later. What time was it approximately, Jen, when she played this prank on you? But anyway, while Jen's letting us know. So here I am. I blocked it a little bit to give it, because this yarn, you definitely don't see stitch definition like you would with wool or cotton or DK or etc. So I actually made the center of the blanket just a square. I always like to have a little bit of a center. And then I blocked it for a little bit to give it some shape, because this yarn is different. I don't know if I'm holding on to it too aggressively, but it doesn't shape like yarn that I'm used to. And if you don't know, I create this channel for me to try new things that I don't normally do. So I would normally use Woolies by Lion Brand type of yarn, but this time I'm using this Burnett blanket. This is not baby blanket. This is just Burnett blanket. And the ladies here in the chat helped me get through the center issue I was having. I thought I had messed up, so I appreciate the ladies being here for me and helping me get past that, because otherwise I would have restarted it like 4 or 5 times thinking I was doing something wrong. So I appreciate your help. Let's see, Sarah, you're really trucking along with that blanket. It's fun. It's different. I'm a slow crocheter, but even with this yarn, I'm even more slow. I'm not sure that's something to brag about, but it's interesting. It's pleasant to use. It feels good on the hands. And I don't know really how to explain it. It's different than the normal yarn I use. So this has been a fun experiment. I'm enjoying it. Let's see here. Jen says, it was after 9. I was on the panel talking to Anne and John, and she had me on mute the whole time. That is good. High five to Barb if you're here, Barb. I'm high fiving you. That's pretty good. I could do that to you now, Jen, but I won't do that. I won't do that. Hi, Bon Bon. Were you there, Bon Bon, when Barb muted Jen? How long were you muted? And were you just talking away, Jen? That's kind of like how I've been previously in the beginning of my lives, just and I'm not talking to anybody. So yeah. Bon Bon. Hello, Jen, Kathleen, Sarah. Love the hearts and the waves. Good to see you, ladies. And that is funny, Jen. That I wonder how long she had you muted. That was great. You probably, maybe that's why Diana thought at one point things weren't working. I think it was last night, or was that the night before? I'm getting my nights confused. I don't know how you all do it. There she is. That was great, Barb. I love that. That was a good one. That was a good prank to do, Jen. Jen come in here picking on me all night, and then, you know, I need my big sister Barb to come in and get you, Jen. Let's see here. That was funny. She was only muted briefly, but it was a hoot. That's funny, Bon Bon. About 10 minutes. That's so funny. Here's Barb. There's Barb. Oh, that's great. That's so funny. You got a good sense of humor there, Jen. I love it. I haven't listened to your Weird Al yet video. I keep meaning to, and every time I see it, something distracts me. I'm a little bit of a squirrel kind of person. Barb has come here to keep Jen in check. That's right, Jen. Barb's here to make sure you're not talking smack. Keeping you under control. That's funny. So what are you ladies working on today? Anything in particular, or just chilling and relaxing? Jen says, no, I was on for about 20 minutes, then I had to leave, came back, and she revealed the prank. Oh, wait. Maybe I was there for that. Now that you mentioned that part, I may have been. I was working on the center of this blanket, though, I think. And sometimes I get distracted. That's funny, Barb. That's great. See, Jen? You said you weren't afraid of Barb. Barb has all the power. She has the mute button. Let's see. Touche, Barb. Just chilling at the moment. Sarah, thank you. I was using one of your washcloths earlier today that you gave me. And I was thinking about that. And, yeah. But tonight, I'm working on my blanket right now just because I like to get a little bit into it, right? Get a decent amount going. And then I'm going to work on my monster some more tonight. Barb, are you all still doing the monster, Cal? Or have you guys finished that? I'm always lagging behind a little bit. This yarn just feels so weird. Not in a bad way, though. It's, I was thinking about doing a review on it for Yarn Over Hook. And, compare it to some of my other favorite yarns. But tonight I got to get to bed at a decent time, or at least try, because otherwise Sarah's going to have to give me a smack every once in a while as we're driving around. Not really. She wouldn't do that. She's too sweet. But do want to get a good night's sleep tonight if possible. I keep throwing in if possible because my brain sometimes has a mind of its own. You just better not mess with the master prankster, Barb. You just might regret it. Soap sacks for me. Nice, Kathleen. How many soap sacks have you made so far? The monster sounds like a dance. The monster mesh. Yes. Grandma says, Kelly, I am working on the pre-start song for you if you are interested. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I do that one more time? Ooh, I am interested. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, because I've heard lots of your song, Barbs, and they're so good. But my channel is a little quirky. Is that the word? A little folky. A little, there's another word for it. I forget. Not folk and not hokey, but it's just a little, I don't know. I can't think of the word. I had a perfect word the other day. Bonbon said, that's wonderful, Barb. Barb is wonderful. And she's so talented. She's got so many talents. I've subscribed to her music channel and her crochet carnivore channel. And I really enjoy it. But I would love to see what kind of song you would come up with, Barb. I think that would be exciting. I have thought about asking you many times, but I was just thinking my genre, isn't that the right word for it, is a little different. I'll send it to you, and if you like it, great. If you don't, you don't have to use it. I'm excited to see what you have. Let me see. Let me hear. Maybe I'll take a listen to it after the live and before your crochet and chat with Debbie, and then I could play it with everybody on Sunday. I'm excited now. Got something to look forward to. Now I'm never going to get to sleep tonight. I'm going to be too excited. But yeah, we've got our road trip tomorrow. Looking forward to that. See how we do. Sarah, what are you going to make in the car? Have you thought about that? What you're going to bring? Or are you just going to chill and relax? Anytime we take a road trip and we're driving for more than a half an hour, I take my little tote with me and totally crochet in the car. It makes time go by so much faster. Let's see how it's coming along. I think I'm going to do, that was funny, Jen. Well, what I miss? Oh my goodness, a whole bunch of chat just went by. Kathleen says, I've done 10 for my hands. I've done 10 for my hands. I have to take it slow with cotton. Oh, I see. Gotcha. 10? That's fantastic. What a start. Jen, I tried to get her back. Terry, Minoa, Jeannie, and a couple others muted our cams, but Barb heard us. Barb's too tricky. She's too good. She's too good, Jen. I'm telling you. Barb says, I'll send it to you, and if you like it, great. If you don't, have to use it. I'm excited to hear it, Barb. Let's see. Nightbot. I get nauseous if I crochet in the car. Really? That's... See, it has the opposite effect for me. It gives me something to focus on, and I don't go back crazy inside my own mind. But that's a shame. Can you draw in the car? I know you like to draw, Sarah. Can you do that? I can't read in the car either. I'm guessing you can't draw then either. I used to, before I would crochet, I would get watercolor pencils. I would draw and color in whatever I drew with watercolor pencils. And then later on, I would go back and put water over top of it. And it was actually a lot of fun. It was kind of neat. It was a little challenging to draw because he hit a pothole or a manhole or something, etc., and your pencil goes right across the paper. I can hear myself. I need to turn my headset down, and it's messing with my head a little bit. Let me do that now. You guys should still be able, okay, that's so much better for me. You guys should be able to hear me the same, I think. If I got really quiet or anything, let me know. And hey, Kathleen, I just have to point out that I was not muted and my mic worked fine. I've created myself a little checklist. I would show it to you, but it's on my computer. It's in my OneNote. But I've created a little checklist for myself. So before I go live, I go, did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? 95% of the time, it's great. It works. But then there's that one time I get too confident and think to myself, oh, I don't need my checklist. I got this now. And then I mess up, you know. Let's see here. Am I freezing? Yes, Jen, my live is on. I can't read in the car either. Nope, she can't draw. Kelly, is your live on? Yes, my live is on, Jen. I use a program called OBS. I think that's different than the one that Grandma uses. Oh boy, should I listen to it now? Do I listen to it now or do I wait? The pressure of listening to it online. Let me see. Let's open it up in another tab. And I'm gonna cry. Aww. I think Barb lives to make us cry. All right, let me see if I can you all hear that? Could you hear it? If not, let me know and I think I know why you wouldn't have been able to hear it if you didn't. Let me turn it back. Ooh, pause it, Kelly. And nope, you didn't hear it? Okay, let me fix that. I'm going to mute myself for a minute. Somebody's probably going to have to remind me to undo that. Before Kelly, where's your monster? Just checking on the dangly yarn. It's still dangling. It's dangling like a villain, Mary. It's still there. I'm going to be working on it tonight. But right now I'm working on this blanket. But Barb just created for me a little intro song. And I'm going to listen to it. So give me 1 second. And let's mute.
Chair. Leave the busy world out there. Grab your yarn and your favorite tea. There's a place where friends can be. Every stitch tells a story. Welcome to Horizon Crochet, where creativity finds its way. Laugh a little, stay a while. Share a pattern, share a smile. At Horizon Crochet, we're all friends here, making memories year after year. One stitch at a time, we'll grow together, crocheting through every kind of weather. Grab your yarn, grab your tea, come crochet with Kelly. Horizon Crochet.
Okay, did you guys hear that? Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering, Barb. I don't know why. My eyes, I don't know if it's embarrassment or if it's joy, but my eyes are watering here. Oh, Barb, that is so cute. I love it. I love it. It's got that kind of cozy, a little bit of hokey, but a little bit of folky, hokey and folky, and Kelly. And you surprised me when you threw Kelly in there at the end. I was like, oh my goodness, that's so pretty. It's so nice, Barb. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you really got it really well, because I like how you didn't make it about teaching, because I don't know enough skills to teach people. I'm still learning myself from you all. And it's really nice, Barb. It really hit the nail on the head. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad I didn't bawl. My eyes just watered a little bit. I'm like, all right, Kelly, keep your act together. Keep your act together. You can do it. You can do it. How long did it take you, Barb, to put that together? Hi, Deborah. Hi, Dash. Let's see. What did everybody else say? Now that I can see past the water in my eyes. Listen to it. No, no. Says it, Kelly. Okay, Barb. I love that intro song. It's so perfect. Great job, Barb. Jen says, "Oh, I love it, Kelly. You should use it." Bon Bon says, "Barb, you're amazing." Jen says, "That's a headbanger." That is not a headbanger. I used to do that. I used to listen to headbanging music, but not so much anymore. Not anymore. I don't mind it, but it's just not my favorite go-to. Kathleen says, "OMG, I absolutely love it." Bon Bon, I think you definitely need to use that intro. It's absolutely perfect. I love the soft, feminine voice of the singer. And I love that she took the wording from my banner. And you know me, I've always got my tea here, and the stories, and it really is this time here. I don't know what to call it, but I'm crocheting, I'm talking to you all, I'm learning from you all, and we tell stories to each other, right? And stories is a great way to connect with people, and Barb touches on that as well. So thank you, Barb. Dash says it was wonderful, Barb. Great job. It's cute. Hi, Bon Bon Dash. Been working on it for a couple of days. Finished it today. Wow, you really know how to surprise a girl, Barb. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I listened to it and didn't wait. Deborah says hi. Hooks and Stitches. Hello, everyone. Hello, Anita, I think. I'm trying to remember everybody's real names. Hello, hello. You can still use the usual intro. I think Barb did. I nailed it. Barb nailed it, like Bon Bon said, Jen. And I like my intro, but hers is better, and it really kind of touches everything that is kind of hokey and pokey and a little silly. And I'm so glad that you made that, Barb. Thank you so much. I might have to ask you how I've never downloaded anything from YouTube before. I'm going to have to try and do that and see if I can save it because I use OBS. I think, Barb, what's the name of the program that you use? Labs, Streamlabs, something like that. Antoinette, that's what it is. Thank you, Bon Bon. Hook and knit. I cannot send it on Discord. I can send it through email. That would be fantastic if you can do that for me, Barb. Do you want me to give you my email address, type it out for you? So all you have to do is click on it. Let me go ahead. Try and make it as easy for you as possible. I always have to check and make sure I spelled everything right. Just send it to me. Just send me your email on Discord. Okay, I can do that too. That's great. I want to listen to it again, but I don't want to make you all have to listen to it again. But I want to listen to it again because I feel like I was thinking too much and I didn't hear it all. Does that make sense? When you're super excited, you hear something, but you don't fully process it, right? So I want to listen to it again. I'm going to do that as soon as my live is done and show my family. And there you go, Barb. That's one of my emails, at least. That's the one I use that I give out online. Thank you so much. Oh, I just can't say thank you enough. I feel like I can't say it enough to express how thankful I am. I really like it. I like it a lot. I forgot where I was, but that's a good reason to forget where I was. That was the best way to end a week ever. Ever. Thank you so much. I can't wait to play it for my family. They're gonna, because especially my husband loves to sing. He can really sing well. He sounds like, when he sings, he sounds like Johnny Cash, Elvis, Neil Diamond. He's got a real bass of a voice, but he also is a tenor. He can do both, and he's asked me before when I was listening to some of your other music, Bard, like, how does she do that? And I'm like, she has some program that she uses, and she writes the words and the lyrics, and then programs it all to be exactly what she wants it to be, which is a talent in itself, because it's really hard to get sometimes programs to do exactly what you want them to do. You have to word it properly, you have to use different types of commands. It's not as easy as just saying, hey, make me a folk melody. It's not that simple. It's a little tricky. So Barb's got a talent in many ways. Not only is she a songwriter, a poet, but she also is talented in the ways of technology, even though she might laugh as I say that. But you have to know these programs in order to get them to give you the outcome you want. Oh, it was a tangent I just went on, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. Hooking and stitching. Her name is Antoinette. Yes. Okay. I think she was talking to me, Jen. I knit, crochet, and live on the island in the Bay of Fun. Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. I wanted to learn how to knit, but I just really struggled with it. But I'm going to try maybe in a year or two. I know it's like, why so long? Because I really want to get down crochet. I really want to be able to pick up the hook and the yarn and not get disappointed or stressed. And I know there will always be challenges, but there'll be less challenges with the more I practice. And after I get more practice, then I'll try knitting again. Jen, I guess you were just kidding around as usual. You never know when Jen's being serious, Bon Bon. I agree with you there. You never know. Her and Thomas, sometimes they have that sense of humor where you're like, wait, are they being for real? I don't know. Bon Bon says, I'm not sure you know, but Kelly is in southern Ontario. Yes, I am. Bon Bon is, I don't know, 2 hour drive away from me. There's quite a few of us in the crochet community in southern Ontario. The music is part of it is AI. Yeah, but Barb, it's AI, but you need to know how to command, and you need to know how to get it and manipulate the AI to do what you want to do, and that's a talent in itself. Let's see here. You work on the ferry. Ooh, making a land trip on the ferry for the day. I work on the ferry. That is neat. Canadian all the way. That's right. Canucks. That does sound like a fun job. It really does. It sounds like it could also be different every day because weather is a factor, people personality is a factor. Who knows what else, what happens on the ferry stays on the ferry, maybe. I'm sure you've got some great stories too of people doing crazy things. Hi, Funchella. Good to see you. You just missed something so sweet, so exciting. Barb made me an intro song. I might have to play it again before the end. What time is it? And I'm going to get off of here around 6:15 because Barb's going to have her live. So I might just have to play it again for Funtrella and use that as an excuse to give me a reason to play it again. Let's see here. It can be bonbon, but 24-hour shifts are a killer on the legs. Wow, 24-hour shifts. Like, they've got to let you sleep at some point, don't they, Antoinette? I just can't imagine going 24 hours and it being legal. Well, 24-hour shifts, it must be exhausting. I used to do 13-hour shifts and I was mentally beat. It wasn't a physically hard job, but I was mentally beat and exhausted by the end of the day. I will catch it on the replay. 14, not 24. Fat fingers. Oh, okay, 14. 14 makes a little more. So that's still a really long day. 13 was hard for me when I was doing 13. But 24, my mind was a little blown. I was like, wow, I hope they're paying you double time and a half for that. I wouldn't have you replay it. Okay. Even 14 hours is killer. OMG. Yeah. It's really cool though, Fontella. Barb made me an intro song. And so I might play it right at the end again before I log out, I think. It made me tear up a little bit. I was trying to hold my composure together. I didn't ugly cry. I kept a little class about me, but it was tempting. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, I've been looking forward to this all day, and that was just awesome. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just so surprised because I had thought about asking Barb so many times, but it just goes to show how versatile she is with her talent. because I just wasn't sure if my style song that I wanted for my YouTube channel, would fit her style. And it just shows how versatile she is. Let's see. Even 14 hours is killer. I do 5 14s, then 2 on 2 of 5. I do 5 14s, so 5 days of 14 hours, then 2 on 2 off 5. 2 on 2 off 5. I'm trying to wrap my head. Probably a little slow, still distracted from I really want someone to talk me into playing it again. Could I give you guys a hint any more than that? Somebody should talk me into playing it again. Come on, Jen. Talk me into it. It might not take much. So what I was thinking about doing with this one is I've got the bright sparkly white, and then I have this sage green color, and I thought I would do 2 rows of the green, then 1 of the brown, and then 2 rows of the green again. So it has a little bit of a pattern to it. Okay, Funchella said I could play it again, so I'm going to play it again. That didn't take much, did it? All right, let me see how I can do this. Mute this. Let me pull it back up. Put it in the beginning. Turn the volume back on.
Come on in, pull up a chair. Leave the busy world out there. Grab your yarn and your favorite tea. There's a place where friends can be. Every stitch tells a story. Every color shines so bright. Welcome to Horizon Crochet, where creativity finds its way. Laugh a little, stay a while. Share a pattern, share a smile. At Horizon Crochet, we're all friends here, making memories year after year. One stitch at a time, we'll grow together, crocheting through every kind of weather. Grab your yarn, grab your tea. Come crochet with Callie. Horizon Crochet.
I know I'm silly. Thank you for humoring me. Thank you. I love that. That's so great. That's so cute. Okay, I'm going to close it now and remove the temptation. Isn't that excellent, Fontella? She did an amazing job. She's got really quiet because I keep talking about it. You getting shy on us, Barb? Okay, let's go across here. Slip stitch across till I get to one of the gaps. One more, I think. Barb, yes. Kelly Antoinette has a fabulous channel. She does weekly live every Sunday with her little sis, and it's great fun. You should check her out. I think, why do I feel like I did follow her go-to channel? Let me check it out. Hooking and stitching island style. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna join. Let me sub. Subbing and hitting that bell. There we go. Live. Big and little, big and sis, little sis. Oh, big sis, little sis. Gotcha. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. Shenanigans. Sunday shenanigans. I love it. I used to have a t-shirt that said looking for shenanigans, not looking for shenanigans, getting into shenanigans, something like that. I appreciate that. I love a good channel. What time on Sundays is it normally? Let me look really quick. Because I scheduled one for this Sunday, but I don't think mine starts till around 1. I want to make sure I didn't miss it so I can make it. Thank you, Bon Bon, for the suggestion. I appreciate it. I can't wait to check it out. So many great people in this community. I know different people belong to different communities, and but I have really found some amazing people in the crochet communities and in all communities. Even Barb has many different niches that she gets into on her channel, and I've learned a lot. And oh yeah, Bon Bon, I was gonna reach out and talk to you about starting something, maybe getting in some trouble. Trouble. No, you know, I think you know what I was talking about, but yeah, lots of people do lots of different things, and you learn so much just by regular chit chat and all, and it's not necessarily about the niche. Once you get to know a channel, it's about the people behind the channel. I mentioned a couple of days ago that one of my friends recently passed away, and I've had a couple of friends pass away recently, but one of them I met online, and she became one of my best friends for 35 years. 35 years. No, that can't be right. 30 years. Exactly 30 years. Thinking of how old my daughter is. Anyway, long story short, even though I didn't get to see her very often face to face, or what people would call in real life, she was still a friend of mine. She was a very good friend of mine. The kind of friend that, even though we didn't go out to dinner on a monthly basis or hang out, like, we had a true friendship. And so what I'm getting at here is, when you join these channels and you meet people and you have things in common, you start to care about them, and they become friends. I find that line of in real life friends, online friends, it's merging that link between the two. It's not like a separate wall like it used to be. I'm babbling. But yeah. Jen is really funny. Jen has a great channel too. Jen is a singer. I don't think she likes to call herself a singer, but she gets on her channel and sings some great songs. And she's got so much personality. Check Jen out too. Even though she picks on me constantly, I'm over here praising her. See that, Jen? That's love. That's real love. Okay, let me get going here. Get cracking. So what kind of stuff do you and your sis, big sis, little sis, do you work on your channel? What kind of patterns is your favorite to work on? And Funchella, did you happen to send over any pictures? I didn't check my email yet. Because the website's back up. I uploaded it again. Through some yarn. BRB, have to unload. So see how I'm doing the 2 rows, 1 row on top of the other? I usually do singles because it seems to go by faster, but this time I'm doing it a little bit of a different of a pattern. And yeah. Not yet, I'll send it today. Okay, no rush. I just excited to see you, that's all, but no rush at all. Antoinette knits and crochets. Yeah, I think I remember her mentioning that up top. That's amazing. I did, and I know I said I tried to knit and it just wasn't for me. I think it had something to do also with the environment I was in at the time I was trying to learn how to knit. It just wasn't very, it was hard to focus. And I want to do it again, though. I really do. Just not anytime soon. Kelly, what size hook are you using? I am using currently, I believe, a 7. Let me finish this cluster and I'll take a look. The last blanket I made, which was with a different yarn, was a 6.5. This is a 7.0. And it doesn't have a letter on it. It just says it's a Furls 7.0. And it's an Odyssey 2. So you can see on the it's really come on, camera, you can do it. You can do it. Anyway, so I found that when I switched to this yarn, I was using a 6.5 on the woolies, but when I switched to this Burnett blanket yarn, I needed a hook size bigger. It's only a half a size, but still it made it easier for me to get used to. Did you have a suggestion for me to try, Bonbon? I'm open to tips and tricks. Mary, I have one mind can only keep track of one hand. Knitting is foreign language to me. Yeah, that's another thing. It's very multitask of a skill. You got your yarn going and you've got 2 needles going, and then I don't know what people do with the wires. Like I said, I'm foreign to knitting, so I'm not sure exactly. But I just really struggled with it. But then crochet, I'm not going to pretend I didn't pick up crochet real quick and easy either. But it was easier to the point where I didn't give up. Proud Mary, keep on rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling down the river. You know that song, Jen? By Tina Turner? I think that was Tina Turner. Bonbon, sorry, I had fat finger syndrome. It's autocorrect, Mary. We'll just blame it on autocorrect. Barb, if you're still here, are you going to play that later by any chance on your channel? Or are you gonna... Or did you already post it on your music channel? I'm full of questions now. Tina Turner. Yep, that was it. CCR also did a version. CCR. What does that stand for? Would I recognize it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Back in this way. I was just wondering what size you're using. No suggestion, LOL. I don't use thick yarn like that. I used to use size 8 with the thicker yarn when I first started, and I found the yarn to be unwieldy. And then as I got more and more comfortable with it, I was able to go down in hook size, which gives me hope that one day I'll actually enjoy using worsted weight or DK cotton size 4, something like that, because I can't control my yarn. When I get to the size 4 yarn, it's just like my yarn has a mind of its own and it doesn't want to. But I'm getting used to doing other things. So as I keep practicing, I'm hoping I'll be there one day. Oh, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Gotcha. You know, ABBA's a big group in this household, which I think is so funny. My husband loves ABBA, and he's like 6'2", 230 pounds and 240 pounds, something like that. He's this big guy and big beard, and he's rocking down the road to ABBA. It's great. Hi, Judith. Very nice to see you here. Oldies but goodies. That's right. The thickest yarn I've used is number 5. I normally use number 4. I tried number 4 when I first started to crochet, but then I found t-shirt yarn. And when I found t-shirt yarn, and I also found furls hooks. It was like that was the combination that helped me really learn. But now uh, I've gotten myself to a size 6 down to a size 5 yarn, and getting used to a size 5 yarn on a different project. And then I hope by the time I've done that, I'll be able to have a little more control over the yarn in a size 4. I can't imagine doing a size 3. You've never used a size 5, you like 3 and 4. You know what's amazing? The thinner yarns is the details in your stitches. You get so much detail and you get the beauty of the stitches the smaller the yarn is. The thicker the yarn is, the more of the fluffy softness you have. And it's almost like a when you have a blanket that's made of 5 or 6 size yarn, you almost are getting a hug instead of a cover. I don't, but both have their benefits. Hello from the Netherlands. Brizit? Am I saying that right? Brizit? From the Netherlands. Wow. What time is it there in the Netherlands? I'm really curious. Antoinette says, Kelly, just enjoy the process. That's what I'm trying to do. So, as someone who's sort of new to crochet, I say new, I've been crocheting for a year, but some people have been doing it for 20 or more years. So, when I say I'm new, that's what I mean. And I'm a little bit slower, but I do like to enjoy the process. So I have one project that I'll do that'll be fairly mindless and easy, and then I'll try another project that'll challenge me a little bit. So, like right now, I love to make blankets. They're fairly easier for me to do, at least this style. But then later on tonight, I'm going to work on a stuffed monster from a cow that Barb's doing on her channel. So I'm trying to enjoy the process, but also push myself a little bit, but not too hard. I think I have a heavy 4. This is the sweet spot. Nice, Judith. Yes, Bonbon, make beautiful projects. Blankets, Judith. Yeah, I love making blankets. That's my favorite thing to make. Time here 2300, almost 2400. Wow. And that's almost midnight then, right? It's been a long time since I've done military time. Or I don't even know if they call it military time anymore. But I was such a nerd when I was in my 20s. I learned military time not in school. I mean, I guess I did in school, but I didn't pay much attention to it. Uh, really should have paid more attention in school. But I got my amateur radio license when I was in my 20s, and I learned Morse code and military time and the alpha phonetics. Yeah, I was nerdy. I was nerdy like that. It was all about the radio and communications and testing how far I could get. It's late evening there where I am. It is currently almost 6 p.m. That would be, what time would that be in military time? Testing my memory. Brizit. Was that 1800? I'm probably wrong. Don't hold me to that. Oh, I was right. Yay! Yay! Hi, Dash. Yeah, sometimes the brain can remember old things. What amazed me is I was sitting at a desk um, at work, and there was a huge analog clock behind me. It was like 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall. It was a large clock, and a young teenager walked up to me and said, "Can you tell me what time it is?" And I, not meaning to be rude or mean, but I turned around and I looked at the clock and I'm like, is the clock broken? That was my reason for and she looks at me and goes, "I can't tell what time it is with an analog clock." Well, she didn't even say analog clock. She just said that kind of clock. And it blew my mind. It blew my mind that she couldn't tell the time by an analog clock. Bon said, "When I was a teenager, I would talk on the CB radio and ham radio." Absolutely, Bon. We used to have meetups. Yes, yes. I even had when I had my ham radio license, I had a call sign, not the CB handle, but the call sign number. I would say it, but then it registers online, and then you could look me up, find out where I live, my telephone number, my firstborn, my blood type, and all that kind of stuff. So I won't say it, but I still remember it by heart. I drove transport for 30 years, was Baby Bear on the CB. Oh, that is so awesome. Well, I'll tell you what my handle, my I was Queen of Hearts. I was the Queen of Hearts. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't give that to myself. Somebody else gave that to me, but that's what they used to call me on my handle. That's not my call sign for my amateur radio. That's a series of letters and numbers. But wow, so many nerds in here. I love it. What kind of radios did you ladies have? Do you remember? Did you have a Cobra or a Yamaha or what other brands were there? I'm trying to remember. Antrons. And then Radio Shack had radios, but they were crap. They were crap compared to the other brands. But yeah, my family member was a long haul truck driver, and that's what got us started into it. And this is before cell phones were really big, so it was a way to stay in touch, as this family member was doing deliveries, local deliveries in the truck, etc., etc. It's no joke being a transport driver. It's dangerous, but the world would just shut down without transport drivers. If you all decided to go on strike, we would be in a world of hurt. Bonbon, mine was 4282386. Bonbon, coming to you from the airwaves. I think we had a Cobra. We had one in the house and one in the car. I wonder if it was a Cobra 24 or was it 29? Wow, we're testing my memory here. We had a bass in the house and we had them in our car too. But the radio had to go out off to be turned off at a certain time of night because it gets loud. Keeps everybody up. But we didn't live too far off of Route 95, which in the States runs up and down the East Coast. And with a base station right off of 95, you'd hear all the traffic, and we used to have volunteers who would help 911. Like if somebody was on the radio reported that there was an accident. And again, this is before everybody had cell phones. So a transport driver would go ahead and radio in that there was an accident somewhere, or they were broke down or needed help. And then you would have these volunteers on their base stations, and they would call it into the local police stations and stuff like that. Never thought I'd be talking about ham radio today. I can't remember what my handle was. My mom was Silver Poodle. My brother was Wooden Nickel. Oh, I like the Wooden Nickel one. That's cute. We have our first meetup coming up soon, Bonbon and Sarah. I think it's the first Saturday of June, so not this weekend, but the following weekend. I have to look up my paperwork. I think that's what it is. It's our first one. My late husband and I had 4 trucks and logged 3 million safe miles. I still have my Cobra 25 and my husband's Cobra 39, both big radios. Did you put amplifiers on them too? Did you power up with an amp with like a K49 or a Antron 800 or 1000? I can't remember the numbers. I remember the names, but I can't remember the numbers. 29, not 39. Gotcha. I wish I could be there, but maybe next time. No problem, Bonbon. We are set for the first 3 months, so it'll be running all summer. The first Saturday of each month. But we're also, Sarah, which local yarn shop are we going to that's closest to the Toronto area? Do you have your passport on you by any chance? I have mine upstairs, otherwise I would look. I get lots of big ideas in my head. I'm thinking one of the yarn crawl locations is closer towards the Toronto area. All right, I'm going to finish this row. And then I'm going to hop up, make dinner, do some dishes, and then get in my cozy pajamas and get ready to listen to YouTube tonight. And 3 million safe miles, that is a lot. Talk back and reverb. Yeah, reverb. I remember that. Remember all the sound files you could get? Sound effects you could get for your radio too? like boing, and with Roadrunner, and used to have all kinds of features. But we had a 1000 power amp underneath the passenger side seat in our car. So when we were going down the highway, we were shutting down channels, but not that we would do it on purpose, but we made sure it was loud and it was proud. It was a long time ago. Bonbon, I don't know anything about a yarn crawl near Toronto. I wish I did. When I go upstairs, Bonbon, I'll take a picture of the passports that Sarah picked up for us. Sarah and I. She went to Woodstock and picked them up for us. And I'll take a picture of the locations and just out of curiosity, see how far away the closest one is to your general area. See how far it would be. But I was telling everybody a day or two ago that Southern Ontario is squeezed in between all these Great Lakes, but it's still pretty spread apart to get from point A to point B. I think Brantford might be the closest. It's probably a good assumption, Sarah. K40. Was it in a K49? Why did I think it was a K49? But maybe it was a K40. It was black and the numbers and letters were in red, if I remember right. We never had beams on our house. We didn't put beams on our house, but we had an Antron 99 with a whole lot of coax, about 40 feet up in the air. Not terribly high, but not short either. All right, there goes my 2 rows. So, got the 2 green rows on there. So it's coming along. And then my idea is to take 1 row of the, as I called, bright brown, the light brown, the tan, the taupe, whatever you want to call it, and do 1 row around, and then 2 more green, and then a white. So it'll be like green, green, tan, green, green, white. Green, green, tan, green, green, white. I think it'll be pretty. I think it'll be nice and a little bit different. So I'm excited. And Barb, if you're still here, thank you so much for the music. I appreciate it. It brought a tear to my eye just because it was so cute. It was so perfect. And you must have been reading my mind if you're still here, Barb, because I had been thinking about asking you about that for, I don't know, a month. Or more, maybe. Anyway, thank you so much, ladies and gents, for being here. I appreciate it. Sarah, Bonbon, Barb, Hooks and Stitches, Dash was here, and Brizit was here, and there were a bunch of people in here today. Judith was here, Sassy Mary, keep on rolling, and then of course you can't forget Kathleen. So thank you so much, everybody, and if I missed somebody, I apologize. If you have a minute, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. I think I can see a difference when I have a couple of thumbs up with how many people rewatch the recording later on. So it helps, and I appreciate it. And I will have an update with you guys on Sunday about Sarah's and I's road trip tomorrow, and also how far I get on the monster tonight. But I'll be working on the blanket on the lives for a little bit. But I'm excited to work on the monster tonight. So thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate it. And congratulations on retirement. That is awesome. I look forward to that one day. It'll happen one day. It's been fun. You're right, Bon Bon. You all make me laugh. And Jen, if you're in here still, how could I forget Jen? Thank you, Jen, for making me laugh. I will talk to you all. And Funchella, thank you so much. You're here too. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing your pictures in a day or two, and I'll get them on the website and show them off. So thank you so much, and I look forward, Antoinette, to watching your live on Sunday. I look forward to checking it out. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.